Hey everybody, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Do me a favor before we get started. I need you to hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, I need you to do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and notification bell next to it so that you will not miss an episode. So today we're going to talk about how to profit from a Trump presidency. So as you know, there are a lot of things going on, and we're going to talk about how to profit from some of the things, right? So we're hearing the bad things, the layoffs, um, SNAP benefits getting ready to be cut, a whole lot of things, all right? What ICE is out here, what else? All right, so we're going to talk about some of the things on his agenda and some ways to profit. So, as you know, one of the important things of his agenda is mass deportations, right? Mass deportations. So we have mass deportations on the agenda. We have tariffs on the agenda. We have increase in funding for the military on the agenda. We have deregulation of financial services companies. We have increase in spending for space on the agenda. And we have deregulation of oil and gas on the agenda, just to name a few. And to define what is deregulation, when we talk about deregulation of these financial service companies. So what this is it is loosening the government rules on these companies, allowing them to have more freedom. So by loosening rules, ordinarily these companies, they have rules on them and they have watchdogs that watch them to make sure they're doing the right thing by the consumers. So we're taking away the watchdogs and we're loosening the rules so that in essence, they can do whatever they want. So financial services companies, they would be able to set their own fees. They would be able to set their own interest rates. They would be able to set their own business practices. So that type of thing when we're talking about deregulation. So as you know, watchdogs are good, right? Watchdogs are making sure that you do the right thing by the customer. Well, the plan is to get rid of these watchdogs. So, what are the benefits of deregulation? The benefits of the regulation is that the financial services companies, they can do whatever they want. So, they have more freedom as a business, making it easier to do what they want to do as a business. It increases competition. It increases the ability to have innovation and new financial products because again they're doing whatever they want. All right, it's lowering the cost for the consumer and it is increasing economic growth. Now on the negative of what deregulation could possibly cause is unfair practices. So you have no government oversight, so that government oversight is being removed. Those watchdogs are being removed. So it's easier to do business for the business, but as far as protecting the consumer, that is more or less gone. All right. So we got deportations, we got tariffs, military, deregulation of financial services companies, increase in funding for space, and deregulation of oil and gas. All right. So let's start with deportations. All right, so how can you profit from deportations? So this depends on if you have morals or not. So some people have morals and some people don't. All right. So there's a such thing in the stock market called private prison stocks. Can you believe that? People are making money because other people are in prison. So there are actual stocks out here that are called private prison stocks. There's a variety of different prison stocks, right? So if you don't have any morals, This is how you profit in the area of deportation. You buy prison stocks. So keep in mind, this is not financial advice, just for educational, informational purposes only, just to think about what's on the agenda, how you can profit. All right. So tariffs. So tariffs is essentially a tax, right? So we know tariffs, we know the result of tariffs is that you're going to be spending more money on everything. So if you're a mother, you're going to be spending more money on toys. You're going to be spending more money on clothes, um, more money for food. So essentially, more money coming out of your pocket. On the opposite side of that is increasing manufacturing here. So instead of relying on other countries for our products, the move towards increasing manufacturing here is the goal of the tariffs. So, okay, we talk about the military agenda, increasing the funds for the military. All right, so there are different stocks called defense stocks, right? One example of a company would be Lockheed Martin, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I like Lockheed Martin or not. If they make those electromagnetic frequency weapons, are you familiar with that? Are you familiar with electromagnetic frequency weapons? Directed energy weapons is the name for it. Are you familiar with directed energy weapons? I'm not sure if Lockheed Martin makes that. In fact, let me um let me look that up right quick. And then you could decide if that's something that you want to invest in. So that's just one example of a defense stock. Does Lockheed Martin make directed energy weapons? So if they do, let's see, what does that say? It says yes. It says Lockheed Martin does develop directed energy weapons, specifically high energy laser systems. So, as for me, in that case, um, I have morals, so I would not be investing in this company. Why? Because I know that this is the weapon that they use on innocent people that are in this program called the Targeted Individual Program. So this is a hidden program that the mass public does not know about it, but eventually you're going to find out about it. You can't hide things forever. All right. Um, but like I said, if you don't have morals, Lockheed Martin is one of the defense stocks. See, I could see if they are using military weapons against the enemy, but they're using weapons on innocent civilians. All right. And if you would like to know more about the program, I'm going to put the link below. All right. And that is just so you can be aware of what is going on if you're not already aware of what's going on. All right. But that is the way to profit. Lockheed Martin is just one example, and there are many examples of defense stocks. That is where he is increasing his funding, military. All right, so that's one way of profiting. All right, next we have deregulation of the financial services company. Again, that is the government is loosening their rules, allowing um, them to have more freedom and making it easier for financial services companies to make money, making it easier for Wall Street to make money. All right, so another thing on the agenda is increasing the funding for space projects. For example, Elon Musk has space projects going on, and there are other space projects going on, and they will be spending more money in this area towards space. So a way you could benefit from that is space stocks. So there are stocks specifically geared towards space. So Rocket Lab is just an example, but there are many, many others. So investing in space. All right. Next, we have the deregulation of oil and gas. Again, that is making business easier, right, for the businesses themselves. All right. So those are some of the things that are on the agenda and some ways that you can profit. Um, as you know, when it comes to investing, it's a good idea to get into index funds or ETFs. But then also, in addition to that, you want to add some individual stocks with that. All right. So diversification is good when it comes to the stock market. And then we're dollar cost averaging, meaning that you are always be buying, right? Whether it's up, whether it's down. And then for those that are able to stay in it for the long haul, 10 years, 15 years, that's how you build wealth. All right. However, there are some that got there a lot quicker. Um, and that's generally people that follow what is going on in the markets. All right. So if you would like to improve your finances, check out this description that I have below. Join the free newsletter. If you like the channel, I need you to hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, I need you to hit the subscribe button and notification bell next to it so that you will not miss an episode. Also, tune into the show. I interview real estate investors. I interview people that have different types of businesses, and I interview entrepreneurs. So tune in for business ideals. Thank you for watching, everyone. Don't forget, on your way out, hit that like button, and I will see ya on the next video.